It was only a matter of time before I started getting into the actual theory crafting / build guides for Star Rail, since we did kind of a pre-build guides of, you know, what was going on with Honkai Star Rail before. So today we're actually going to start off with actual like full-blown theory crafting, I guess you could say, in this, and looking into what we've seen in, you know, other characters of, you know, this character. And if you haven't checked out the title and thumbnail yet, which is crazy to think about because honestly you would have to click on this video, which means that you would have to see the thumbnail and you'd have to see the title. We're talking about Silverwolf, who is coming out in version 1.1 as the first banner character. Now, Silverwolf is going to be really cool from what it looks like, but we're not here to talk about how cool she is. We're here to talk about what you should do to build your Silverwolf. So today, let's go ahead and talk about it. But before we get into that, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. And of course, leave a comment. We'd love to hear you guys' opinions, especially since this is going to be the first time in a while that I've done this. So might be a little scatterbrained, trying not to. But also, let's go ahead and give a big shout out to Stray, who is now basically providing these freaking Dokkan lo-fi playlists, or not really Dokkan anymore, it's more Dragon Ball content. He's doing fantastic over there. The link in the description if you like the lo-fi mix that's playing in the background. So before we go on a tangent of how great Stray is, let's go ahead and take a look at Silverwolf. Now, first things first, when we're talking about Silverwolf, just like we're talking about our other pre-build guides or really anything like that, we're going to go over the essential materials because I think that it's crucial that we at least go over this aspect a little bit. So, as you can see, you're going to need a grand total from ascending from level 1 to level 80. You're going to need a lot of these ancient parts. Well, not really a lot of these ones, but you are going to need a lot in general because you're going to need 5 ancient parts, and then those make ancient spindles, which you're going to need 15, and then you're going to need 65 of the void cast irons, which are going to be items that you get from the Void Ranger Trampler. I almost said Templar. I don't know why. That's my Destiny coming out. But yeah, you're gonna need the Void Ranger Trampler. So confusing. Void Ranger Trampler, which, you know, are the boss mats. And then of course, you're going to need 15 of these ancient engines, which I believe that this is the last of what you're gonna need for these like ancient spindles going to the ancient engine. So you're gonna need 3 ancient parts to make an engine, or that ancient spindle, and 3 ancient spindles to make an ancient engine. Now, through ascending from level 1 to level 80, you're going to need 300k credits. And just like probably everybody else out there, I'm struggling with credits, so you're gonna need to make sure that you get enough. Now, when it comes to trace materials, it's gonna be a little bit different. As you can see here, you're going to need a grand total of 3 million credits to get all of your traces completed. And then of course you're going to need more of these ancient parts. You're gonna need 41 more in total, so a grand total of 46, I believe that is. And then if you look at these ancient spindles, you're going to need a grand total of 71. And then the granddaddy of them all, you're going to need a grand total of 73 ancient engines. That's a lot of parts, guys, which means that you're going to be doing a lot of farming of that calyx. Now, you're also going to need 18 of these obsidians of dread. You're going to need 69 obsidians of desolation. And you're going to need 139 obsidians of obsession. These are another trace material that you're going to need to farm up. And what's really cool is that you could buy these, I believe, in the shop itself. So that's really cool. Really helps you out. You're still going to need to farm a little bit. Trust me on that one. Now, of course, we also have, where is it right here? The Destroyer's Final Road, which you get from, what was it? I'm trying to remember it's the Destroyer's final road boss fight, basically. It's a boss mat that you get. It's basically from the Echoes of War. And you have to make sure that you get this specific material. You're gonna need 12 in total. And then you're also gonna need these Tracks of Destiny, which, can I just say, Tracks of Destiny is a lot better than Crowns. Yes, you're gonna need more, but at least you have more opportunities to get more, so I really like that. And that's really it for pre-farming your Silver Wolf. Now let's go ahead and talk about Silver Wolf's abilities here. First of all, the basic attack, system warning basic attack single target. Now, deals quantum damage equal to 130% of Silver Wolf's attack to a single enemy, which would mean that, you know, just in this case, you could focus more on, you know, your attack percentage, but let's go ahead and continue. Allow changes, question mark, skill and impair. There is a 90% base chance to add one weakness of an on-field ally's type to the target enemy. This also reduces the enemy's damage resistance to that weakness type by 20% for 2 turns, which means that you're going to be doing more break effects in general, which will tie into our relics here in just a moment. If the enemy already has that type weakness, the effect of damage resistance reduction to that weakness type will not be triggered. Each enemy can only have one weakness implanted by Silver Wolf. When Silver Wolf implants another weakness to the target, only the most recent implanted weakness will be kept. In addition, there is a 100% base chance to reduce the all-type resistance of the enemy further by 11.25% for 2 turns. Deals quantum damage equal to 245% of Silver Wolf's attack to this enemy. So, what this means is that not only are your debuffs going to work in favor in regards to you doing more damage, but it's going to help out with weakness breaks in general, which is great because if you have somebody who's weak to lightning, Silver Wolf could work really, really well with the Jingyuan, helping him break those shields a lot quicker. And then of course we have User Ban Ultimate, or User Ban is our ultimate. There's a 107.5% base chance to decrease the target enemy's defense by... What the heck is that? I don't know what that is. Hold on, let's... Yeah, no. Even the bar doesn't show that. I'm guessing it's a certain percentage, but it won't say. This is kind of an incomplete guide, but we're getting a gist of it. 4 turns. Okay. And at some point deals 456% of Silver Wolf's attack as quantum damage to the target enemy. So what we can kind of gather is that you're going to be debuffing defense just kind of like Pela, but you're still going to be doing a lot of damage. It looks like almost 500% of Silver Wolf's attack at level 15. You have to make sure to understand that, is that this is at level 15. I'm not doing anything less than that because, yeah. Her talent, awaiting system response, Silver Wolf can create 3 types of bugs. Reduce attack by 12.5, reduce defense by 10%, and reduce speed by 7.5. Every time Silver Wolf attacks, she has a 78% base chance to implant a random bug that lasts for 3 turns. Now that's really good because, again, you could get all 3 of those debuffs in one. I think that you're not restricted to just one at a time. I think ultimately you could put all 3 at once, which is great. You need that. Now, as we continue down, we see kind of like the trace patterns of everything in general. It's broken down into an easy to understand guide. But let's go ahead and talk about the Eidolons and why these might be important. So, Eidolon 1, Social Engineering. After using her ultimate to attack enemies, Silver Wolf regenerates 7 energy for every debuff that the target enemy currently has. The effect can be triggered up to 5 times for each use of her ultimate. That's pretty big because, again, you're going to be getting energy back so that you can keep using your ultimate. And it's going to work in your favor in that regard because, you know, again, you can just keep using your ultimate. And being able to do 500% quantum damage to your opponent, that's pretty good. Zombie Network, which is Eidolon 2, when an enemy enters battle, reduce their effect resistance by 20%. So automatically at E2, you're reducing their effect resistance by 20% right out the gate. And that's not including what else you could do later on. Now, Payload, which is Eidolon 3, is just talent level ups, and Brute Force Attack is the same thing. Bounce Attack, Eidolon level 4, after using her ultimate to attack enemies, deals additional quantum damage equal to 20% of Silver Wolf's attack for every debuff currently on the enemy target. This effect can be triggered for a maximum of 5 times during each use of her ultimate, which means that you can actually hit, I believe, up to 4 to 5 times of extra damage. So, you know, obviously 20% per thing, you hit an extra attack. Pretty good. I mean, it's not something that I think is worth for an Eidolon 4 because of how much money you're spending. So yeah. And then Eidolon 6 Overlay Network. For every debuff the target character has, the damage dealt by Silver Wolf increases by 20% up to the limit of 100%. Which means that yes, at Eidolon 4, you get the debuff or debuff quantum damage equal to 100% or maximum 100%, just like you would get 100% on the overlay network. Personally, I think if you're gonna summon for Eidolons, Eidolon 2 might be your best bet, because Eidolon 2, at least you get that effect resistance right out the gate. Now let's go ahead and talk about some light cones. Honestly, there's only really, in my opinion, where is it? No. Why did you do that? Why is it going all crazy? I think honestly your best bet might be the Incessant Rain. Now, Incessant Rain increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 24% when the wearer deals damage to an enemy that currently has 3 or more debuffs, increases the wearer's crit rate by 12%. After the wearer uses the basic attack skill or ultimate, there's a 100% base chance to implant Aether Code on a random target that does not yet have it and was hit by the ability. Targets with Aether Code receive 12% increased damage for 1 turn. Now, you can go the free-to-play route, which there are plenty of 4-star light codes that you could work with, and probably some that you're going to be getting, and we're getting some free-to-play light codes as well. You could also use this other 5-star light cone right here in the Name of the World. Increases the wearer's damage by debuffed enemies by 24%. When the wearer uses their skill, the effect hit rate of the attack increases by 18%. Sorry. It's very tiring day today. An attack increased by 24%. But there's plenty of other light codes you could use. I think that most of these can actually work really, really well. Even like Eyes of Prey increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 20%, and increases damage over time by 24. There's also We Will Meet Again after the wearer uses basic attack or skill. Deals additional damage equal to 48% of the wearer's attack to a random enemy. So you could focus on more of an attack stat for your Silver Wolf. But of course, as we talked about before, Nihility is about applying debuffs to enemies and reducing their combat capabilities. So your main focus should be more so to actually debuff them. And that's gonna go kind of into relic sets that we've been looking at. First things first, if you wanna go a quantum damage Silver Wolf here, you can go with the Genius of Brilliant Stars. I don't think it's a bad idea, but that's if you're wanting to go more DPS. I don't think you should. I think the best bet is the Thief of Shooting Meteor. And the reason why: increases break effect by 60%, increase the wearer's break effect by another 60%. When the wearer inflicts weakness break on an enemy, regenerate 3 energy. That way you get your ultimate back consistently, especially paired up with the other abilities of Silver Wolf, and it makes sense. Now for your other sets, which, you know, those are the off 2-piece that you could put on. You could go with this one, which is the Pan-Galactic Commercial Enterprise. 2-piece, increase the wearer's effect hit rate by 10%. Meanwhile, the wearer's attack increases by an amount equal to 25% of the current effect hit rate, up to a maximum of 25%. Or you could use Talia, Kingdom of Banditry, which the 2-piece increases the wearer's break effect by 16%, and the wearer's speed reaches 145 or higher. The wearer's break effect increases by an extra 20%. You would just have to make sure that you get enough speed. And ultimately, I kind of used Welt here because Welt is also in the Nihility path and kind of works, I wouldn't say in the same regard, but has a lot of the same things that really, really work out in that way. You could even use Void, a 3-star at the start of the turn, increase the wearer's effect hit rate by 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40% for 3 turns. I think that could actually work out well also for your Silver Wolf, if that's what you're going for. Now, ultimately, I'm going to be skipping Silver Wolf, and it's not because Silver Wolf is bad. That's not what I'm going for here. Silver Wolf seems like a really, really good character to actually build. My issue is that I really want Kafka because I am a degenerate and I need an electro mommy like Kafka. But that's not to say that Silver Wolf is not amazing in her own right. I know that she received a buff, or not a buff, a debuff before she comes out, but she's still really, really good, as you can see. I don't see any problems with her, and I think that the people who are summoning for Silver Wolf, you are making a decent choice, in my opinion. But I want to wait and see what 1.2 comes out with before I decide if Silver Wolf is a miss on my part. So, but if you do summon for Silver Wolf, if you take anything out of this, I think that she's going to be a great debuffer. I think she only has to go up at this point between what we've gotten with Pela and Welt, which are 2 great units in of itself. and of themselves. Sorry, I'm very stuttery right now. But yeah, Silver Wolf is good. I think that you should go for it if you haven't contemplated going for it yet. But yeah, that's about all I can say about that. Now, as scuffed as this guide might have been, which I apologize, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe down below. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Honkai Star Rail video comes out. Guys, appreciate all the love and support I've been getting recently. It's been a lot of fun. We'll be back, obviously, with the next video here this week. So please take care, be safe, y'all. And as always, we will see you all in the next video.